Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is a brand new day today. And, yeah, today we're going to be looking at some more Orion spacecraft details type stuff. Uh, I'm still blown away that they did this Artemis 2 mission, and yeah, let's get right to the point. Alright, so the first thing we want to talk about for the Orion spacecraft is that no one knows how it got assembled, so today I'm here to talk about that. So first, it went through one of the most biggest processes that it ever went through. The European Service Module structure was built in Italy, which we'll talk about the European Service Module in a second. But that's basically the entire powerhouse of the Orion spacecraft. Next is modules fully assembled in Germany. I guess it got shipped from Italy to Germany, and then they actually built it in Germany. Then from there, they transported it to the USA. The European Service Module was attached to the American Crew Module adapter, in which that is 66.666% of the Orion spacecraft completed. And then after they put on the Crew Module, Service Module, and Crew Module of NASA's Kennedy Space Center, Florida, USA, the second module was tested at NASA, and it was good to go. So the fully completed spacecraft was integrated into the SLS, the Space Launch System, and then from there, it can take off. This was its process. This is the ESM, the European Space Module. As you can see, it's the biggest thing here. It's the huge powerhouse. This is the CMA, or in other words, the Crew Module adapter, the thing that connects the Crew Module to the European Service Module, which this is one of the most important factors, because without this, then we couldn't have these two attached. And then finally, we have the Orion Crew Module. This is the only part where the crew lives, which is crazy. This is like 330 cubic inches of space. Like, that's not a lot to work with, like, at all. Very small space. And something to note about that. An important ESM note, the European Space Module provides a majority of power and propulsion, but crew only lives in the Orion Crew Module. That's very important to know. And then we have another paper over here. This is the Orion spacecraft details, some more. The name is Orion. The official name is the Integrity. The volume of habitable space is 330 cubic feet, about 2 minivans wide, in which for 10 days, that's like crazy. Then the ESM powerhouse, it stores 8,600 kilograms of propellant for major maneuvers, which would include translunar injection and the final return to Earth. And then we have the heat shield, designed for speeds of around 25 miles per hour, about 40,000 kilometers an hour of atmospheric energy for the atmospheric entry. Now this is the middle part of the mission where they go around the dark side of the moon. I should have colored this dark. We have never been here before, and this will be our first, I think it's first time going around to the dark side of the moon, so we're going to be able to see all the different landmarks for the first time, and finally get official names for them. The Orion spacecraft will be going from in front of it, behind it, and then it will use the energy from the moon to get back to the Earth, but I'll make that path in another video. If you couldn't tell already, this is the moon, and then yeah, to the dark side of the moon on April 6, 2026, on Monday. Do not miss that. On Monday. I'm not quite sure what time, but if y'all look at my next video, I will be shouting out the time as to where the spacecraft gets to the dark side of the moon, and maybe we can watch it live. And without further ado, thanks for tuning in. And yeah, this is my second space video, and it's been way shorter than the other one. Probably because the other ones included way more descriptive details about the Orion spacecraft and stuff. If you haven't watched it already, you can go ahead and check it out. It's pretty interesting stuff. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, go on NASA. There's plenty of lives on that you can watch the crew struggle through their 2 minivans worth of space. But yeah, without further ado, thanks for tuning in, and I will be posting more today, so keep an eye out, and yeah, have an awesome day, and like always,